Hello everybody. It's me, Eloquence Reed. I'm here to give a demo of the iPhone call screening feature. Now that Drake has finally been able to capture the sound, we can make this for you. So here I go. Oh, I just got this person's number. I don't know if they've put me in their contacts yet, but I'm gonna give them a call.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Hello, this is Reed. I was just calling you after we met the other day.
Thanks, Reed. Please stay on the line.
If you tell it your name, it will say thanks, and then say your name back to you.
Thanks, Reed.
If you don't say your name, it will just say thanks.
Thanks.
You don't have to say your name, but in order for it to move ahead, you have to say something for it to transcribe. After you do this, the voice will say,
Please stay on the line.
and then the waiting music sound will play until the person receiving the call presses something on their screen.
I'm sorry, this person is not available. If you would like to leave an additional message, please reply after the tone.
That's one of the things that happens if the person on the other end doesn't want to answer the phone. They can hit the red decline button on their end. Or they can answer the call. But also, they can write a reply on the call screening interface and send it, and the message will be read to you by the TTS Siri voice. Like this.
They said, I'm sorry, Zach. I don't know who you are, so I don't think I'll be answering the phone. But I hope you have a nice day.
It should also be noted that whatever Siri voice the person has set on their phone for Siri is the voice you will hear when you call in and their phone picks up. The same applies to your phone. Whatever voice you have set for Siri is the voice callers will hear when they call you. The voice you're hearing here in this example is one of many. All of the Siri voices apply. This is the voice Drake has set for his Siri. You've probably heard this feature on multiple phone calls by now, and you've probably heard it use a lot of different Siri voices. There are 3 generic replies that you can tap to reply to the person on the other end. One of them is,
They said, send more information.
that's the reply you can send when you want the person to give more information once they are prompted to leave a voicemail. That's one of the replies. And the other 2 are as follows.
They said, I can't talk right now. They said, I'll call you later.
Those are the same kind of replies you're given when you want to respond to somebody when you can't take a call over text message. They're pretty standard. If you don't want to use one of the 3 generic replies, you can also type your own message by tapping the reply button. This button will open the keyboard and the text box, which allows you to type a message that can be up to a large amount of characters. However, you can't waste too much time typing out a message, because eventually, the phone will run out of time and prompt the caller to leave a voicemail and the waiting music sound will stop playing. After you send any reply to the caller over the call, the Siri voice then says,
You can leave a message after the tone.
and that's when you can leave more information as a regular voicemail. When the recipient listens back to the voicemail, they will hear the audio that you recorded when asked to state your name and business. Then they'll hear whatever voicemail you recorded after the beep. The phone splices the audio together to create a full voicemail. And that's not all. There's also a way to access this feature, although I don't understand why it would be necessary, for people that are in your contacts. As of right now, in the current version of iOS 26 that's available at the time that this is being made, when you receive an incoming call, and your phone is unlocked, the button is located on the left side of the screen right above the decline button. The button has a tiny icon and says, type to reply. The button will still show up if your screen is locked, but if you press it while the screen is locked, you will be prompted to unlock your phone. Once the button is pressed, you will be met with the transcription interface. Everything goes pretty much the same as it does otherwise. Except, instead of saying, if you record your name and reason for calling, the Siri voice will simply say,
One moment while I try to connect this call.
after which the sound will play like normal. Again, I don't really understand why this feature needs to be accessed if a person is in your contacts, but I can see it having some use. There is something else different that happens as well. If the call recipient does not respond by sending a reply, or using one of the buttons at the bottom of the screen to decline or answer, the waiting sound will play for about 2 or 3 minutes. And then, the call will just hang up. Which is also what will happen if the decline button is pressed at this point. The call will immediately drop. It won't play the usual message that says this person is unavailable. And the caller will not get to leave a voicemail. There won't be any voicemail at all because when the type to reply feature is used, the only way for the caller to record a voicemail in this mode is if a reply is sent. So kind of interesting and weird how that all works. Both the type to reply and call screening feature for unknown numbers will only work and be available if it is enabled in settings. If it is turned off, calls from unknown numbers and with no caller ID will come through like normal. Unless, of course, you enable the feature that just sends all unknown numbers and unrecognized numbers to your carrier voicemail, which is of course also an option. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this mock-up demonstration/tutorial. Me and Drake feel very happy that we were able to make this for all of you. This feature has been available for basically a year now. It's getting close to September, which means the new version of iOS following iOS 26 is almost here. Everything that I've described here as to how this feature works will probably remain the same. But who knows for sure? It'll be interesting to see what new features they implement. But anyway, talk to you later. Goodbye.